Hello everybody, it's Bubba Rob. How's it going? Look at me, I've got a haircut, got my beard trimmed. Hopefully I'm looking good for the ladies, right? That's the goal. You know, it's funny how a little bit of a haircut and a trim actually makes you feel a lot better. You know, getting cleaned up. Pretty important. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to have a little chat today. And I'm going to talk about negativity in the family unit, trauma bonding. But before I get into that, one thing I've noticed since I've somewhat relaunched my channel, not that I care in a sense, because the reason I'm doing this is, you know, if something I say helps somebody out, then all the better. But I've noticed I've been getting a fair amount of subscribers, new subscribers, but something like 90 or 82% of the people watching aren't subscribed, which I think in a lot of ways is quite fantastic. But you know, it'd greatly help if you did subscribe or leave a comment and a thumbs up, because you know, maybe if my message gets pushed out a little bit more, it has a chance to help more people. And if it just by chance comes across the right person and something positive comes out of it, then all the better. So I would totally appreciate that. And you know, maybe we'll see if we can get to 400 subscribers or something. You know, keep our goals modest and low and just see what happens. But anyways, yeah, what I want to talk about as far as it's kind of more important for children in some ways, or at young adolescents, is trauma bonding. It's when, you know, you're in a relationship and one person's an abuser, then you build a relationship with that person and you end up having sympathy towards them. I think that somewhat is the definition, or I don't know, you'd have to Google it, and you know, it's pretty much the Stockholm syndrome. And I'm not going to get into particular details, but every family has it. And I have to say, when you've got somebody in your family that's a bully because they've got their own dysfunction and they can't admit to it, you know, they create a lot of damage because of they allow their ego to run amok, right? You know, they think without saying, they don't take responsibility, all these things. And you know, I really think that's got to be the utmost or the biggest thing that actually really ruins the family unit and affects people in a negative manner when they're growing up. You know, is your parent or sibling got a substance abuse issue? Are they very demanding? Do they not return the favor? Right? They're always coming to you when they've got a complaint or something's going wrong. I notice myself, and I've done it, and I am the pot calling the kettle black here, is when we reach out, we're reaching out because we want something. And sometimes that's not the best time to be listening because you're fixated on your own point. I had a subscriber write to me the other day, said how sick and tired they were of helping people out and they weren't going to do it anymore. They were just very frustrated. But what I find is when I'm doing something like this and putting it out there, or when I'm listening to somebody in the coffee shop or a friend, I try and really have the mindset that I don't expect anything from it, or I don't get anything in return. that's pretty important, because it's very difficult when you continually get disappointed. And if you keep seeking those relationships on purpose, that's another way trauma bonding comes into effect, right? What I've done is I've gotten a habit. If I find somebody's wanting too much from me, or they're not listening, I just walk away very quietly. If somebody's not willing to listen, right? Or somebody's being really rude and ignorant, just give them their space. Heck, they can go pay for somebody to listen to them, right? They don't deserve your time. It's just not good. I found in my own family, and I don't know if anybody in my family is listening, because it happens in all of them. I won't mention any names. They may not like it, but to be honest with you, I don't really care, because a lot of my life has been affected by negative people and negative comments. I've found it in the last year has been extremely tough for me to get through the situations I've been through, like with my heart, for example, or attending the programs for the Wounded Warriors for my PTSD. When I come back and hear all the negativity, any positivity that I'm festering, or that type of karma, immediately gets destroyed when I partake in those conversations. Oh, somebody's talking here. Yeah, I'll go out my window here just a second, and I don't hear their voices. But it's not good. They don't understand that they're doing it, because they're too consumed with their own problems. Right? I've done it. Everybody does it. Just is what it is. I tell you, it's not good. You got to build that skill set just to turn the tap off, right? You gotta learn to shut that off. Just quite shut it right off. Oh, geez, they keep talking here. Okay, now they're gone. Anyways, enough of that. But yeah, no, negativity is a bad thing, especially in the family unit, right? You gotta get rid of it. What can I say? Be careful what you watch on YouTube. Be careful of the political spin you listen to. I was watching I kind of stopped watching after I watched this episode, but I was watching Piers Morgan the other day, and it was all about if Biden's gonna step down, all this stuff. And I'm Canadian, not political. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. But he had a group of guests on there, and one of them was that Vinny off of the Patrick Bet-David podcast. That guy is very excitable. But I gotta say, I lost all the fucking respect for that guy I ever had watching his stuff. When he was talking about how Kamala Harris slept her way to the top in the political system. You know, that's the type of language that doesn't need to be talked about. I mean, who are you to cast a stone on somebody? And I don't know. I don't put programs on to listen to people talk about other people in that manner. It's not the way I was brought up. How do you have respect for yourself? You know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The whole negativity of stuff going on. It's just bad. It's really bad. You know. But who am I to say? I'm just a chubby white Canadian guy trying to put some positivity out there so people feel a little bit less about stringing themselves up from a, you know, with a tree. Right? I'm not here to tell you everything that's bad about everybody or what they've done in their own life to get ahead. Oh, God. Who really gives a fuck? Pardon my language. I don't know. It just wasn't the way I was brought up. God, the guys I used to ride with, you know, you talk like that, somebody kick your ass. And you're putting it on a public platform. Ridiculous. It's just, I just can't believe people talk like that. And then you know what? There's lots of people that listen to it. I can't believe Piers Morgan allowed that to be released on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Please hit the like, share, subscribe if you agree with what I say, or if you don't, just, you know, leave a comment. Just have some respect for other people. If you don't like what people do, you don't have to behave like them. You don't have to let your ego take over, okay? Remember, whether you're carnivore, vegan, man, woman, child, rainbow, blues person, biker, construction worker, first responder, whatever your is, the most important thing out there is to be kind. Make sure, if you haven't, try and develop the skills to put your boundaries up so that you can take care of your mental health. Okay? Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.